Okay, in this video what we're going to do is have a look at how to write a bibliography. On this Word document it kind of lays out all the features of it. First of all, bibliographies go at the end of your essay. So your appendix will go directly after your essay, and then your bibliography will go right at the end. Your bibliography is a list basically of all the books and resources, primary stuff, videos, interviews, websites that you've used to write your essay. You don't necessarily have to have quoted from your books or websites or whatever, but if you've used them, you put them on there. So if you've used them for notes or some background reading, then you'll include them. It's different to a reference. So what we mean by a reference is when you are saying, you're logging where you've got a particular quote or a piece of information from. And a separate video will be done to look at how you actually reference in your body of work. When it comes to writing a bibliography, you'll put a title at the top called bibliography, and then you'll separate out each section into a ranked order of important locations of material. So primary sources always go first. So if you've gone to a record office or got something out like you've looked at a newspaper from a microfiche, or you've got hold of an original document that you found online, then you can put that down as a primary source. A little bit like the example you can see here, where it's got report of the Calcutta Domicile Community Inquiry Committee. It's the title of the report, and the date that it was created, and then in brackets where that's come from. So Calcutta 1920, and then this little square bracket thing is the reference in the location that it's from. Very few of you will do primary sources, but if you do come across a primary source and want to reference it, that's how you reference it. Title of it, where it's come from in brackets, and then in square brackets the actual location. You also need to make sure that you alphabetize using surname. So you will have a bibliography with your books, articles, websites, which is primarily what you guys will have. And then you will list them in alphabetical order, the books and websites and articles that you've used. So this is just me going through how to do your referencing when it comes to the bibliography. You always go surname first, and then look at the way that there are all these commas and dots and things, full stops. You all apply those. So surname first, comma. I would stick to just putting the first initial. You can put the first name, but sometimes they don't give a first name, they just give an initial. So give an initial, and then if you're giving an initial, put a full stop. If you give the full name, put a comma after it. Then in brackets, directly after that, you're going to put the year that it was published or created. And after that, in italics, you're going to put the title of the book. So history is an amazing subject, for example. End the italics, comma, and then you're going to put the publisher. So in this case, I made all of this up. Penguin Publishing. If it's got multiple authors, it's exactly the same, but where you've got the full stop, look, you put a comma because it's going to be followed by something else related to this. So you're going to put and, or ampersand, and another author, Jones, comma, a dot. And then this is a different book because I've got a different date, 2004. History is an amazing subject, Penguin Publishing House. Notice the difference when it comes to articles. So when it comes to writing a magazine article, you'll do the author, you'll do then in brackets the month and the year. If you've got the exact date, then do so, like the one below. Then not in italics, you put the title of the article, The Life and Times of a History Student, comma. And in italics, you're going to put where it's from. So what journal, if it's BBC History Magazine or History Alive, whatever. Then comma, volume issue, comma. And then for this case, you're going to page number it as well. I would also probably put a full stop after the page number just to be consistent. You don't have to do the full stops. You just have to show an element of consistency. If it's an online article, so you've accessed it online, all you're doing is exactly the same as before, so exactly what you've already done. But then you put the phrase as cited from or as cited in, and then give the website that the articles come from. Most of you, if I'm honest, if you're going to reference an article from a magazine, then use this one here. If it has come from online, you should really do that and cite the website. But if it's come from an article anyway and you found it online, there's no problem doing it like that. Very few people will do the interviews, I know, but just in case you wanted to be told how to do interviews, you put the name of the interviewer, like the interviewee. In this case, a made-up person, Dawkins, comma, Sally, Notice how I haven't put a full stop after this. Then I put in brackets what their job or who they are. Then I put comma, personal interview conducted 15th of May 2020. You're not going to need that for this. You might need how to do the next two though. Video or film or television program. You put the title of the TV program in italics. So in this case, it's a film. It's The Seven Samurai. No, I've not seen it. I just found this online. Comma. Again, notice that the year is going here. Year of release. Brackets. That's director. Full stop. Name of the director. Comma. And then who has distributed the film. It's a similar case when it comes to doing a television program or something else that you've actually seen. Websites, if you know the creator of the website, if it's a university or company, write that down. If you know the name of the website, if there's a title of it, put that, then put your URL, and then most importantly, put the date you retrieved it or accessed it. So I would then put comma, accessed 12th of April 2020. And that's it. To give you an example of what this should look like in reality, there we go, bibliography, noticed ADFTT. These are in the wrong position because that's Tullamore and that's Tull. So what I should do there is swap those around. I'm just doing that as an example so you can see. So now we've got all in alphabetical order, Tullamore and Tull. Notice the only difference really here is that I've put here that this was a first edition. And then the edition that I'm using is here. That's if it tells you that in the book. Again, first edition and this edition. Publisher's always on there, and it's all looking quite ordered. Articles, same thing. Bailey, Johnson, and then Sampson. Dates are all in here. This one's got a slightly more specific date. Notice the page references for the journals. And then websites, there we go. In this case, there is no information about who's created it because they're all made up. So URL, then comma, and then accessed when. And that's what your bibliography should look like. Bear in mind that we're looking for minimum of 5 books and then a range of articles and then websites, put those down as separate things. If you've got any questions about bibliographies, then go back and ask your teacher. But hopefully that should have given you an idea of what your bibliography should look like. Thank you very much.